Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to the second training video for SBMSA umpiring. My name is Ian Stallnaker, and today I'm going to be showing you guys different rotations for two-man mechanics while breaking it down with a video overview. So I hope you guys are able to enjoy this and see everything just fine. In our first example here, we have our mechanics when there is nobody on any bases. We have our plate umpire down here, and we have our field umpire over by first base at the intersection of the outfield line. You can see that as, let's say the ball was hit anywhere in the infield, whatnot, the runner is running to first base. Our field umpire shifts from our A position to a bit more of a slice inward so that he can watch and see the play here. What you also could see here is our home plate umpire down here by the plate is also moving from his starting position to the point of the plate. Now this is imperative that you do this because let's say there's a pulled foot or something over here at the base. When you're out in the field, that's impossible to see. That's not going to happen. So you need to be down here watching down this line to be able to help your fellow partner out. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the position your two umpires are in when there is a runner on any base. On any base, you have your home plate umpire in his typical position and your field umpire in B. Now, quick note, this video shows a wider gap than there should be. You kind of want to be a little bit further closer to the dirt. Remember, we're umpiring 8-year-old baseball. We look like giants to these guys, so you need to make sure that you're as close to the dirt and out of the way of these fielders as possible. So on a play, ball's hit to one of the bases and there's going to be a play at second base. We have our field umpire. All he does is he tracks the ball, sees where the ball's going, he takes a few steps forward, and if he can recognize that a play is going to occur at second base, all he does is just turn around and he makes the call. What our field guy, or what our plate guy does, is when this play happens, he's coming in towards the plate. He's watching to make sure that everything over at first base is good. If there's a play that's going to be turned on first base, he would stay at the point and watch over at first base. If there's a play out in second, he's going to come a little bit in front of the plate if possible and no one's coming home to be able to help this field guy out in case he makes a mistake. This is super important because coaches are going to try to challenge whenever you can, so we need to make sure that both of the officials that are on the field are watching the same thing at the same time, just in case one might have a better angle than the other. So in this scenario here, this is exactly what it would look like if you had runners on. The guy from the B position would just move down to first base and make the call, whereas the home plate guy down here would get in and be able to help that call. So in this scenario, we're starting with nobody on and the batter hits a double. Watch as our field guy comes in, plants his feet, and watches the touch of the bag at first base. You can't see him behind this bar, but the plate guy has come to the point of the plate to watch. This is with nobody on. And then the field guy follows him to second and follows him around the third base. As you can see, our plate guy is also coming through to be able to help a call. Now, in this instance, this only works when there's nobody on because the plate guy doesn't have to worry about anything else at the plate. If there's a runner on second, first, or anything to score, this plate guy needs to stay in foul territory and be primarily focused on the play at the plate. If he gets the opportunity to cheat down the line, he needs to get down there to be able to that. Remember, your job as an umpire is to make a call on a play. A play requires a defensive player, the ball, and an offensive player. So as the plate guy, in reality, what you're looking for most of the time is to make sure that people are touching the bases. That's all that you're really doing primarily. Then you're watching for the play. So get to a position where you could help have another angle on the play should something go wrong. So in this case here, let's assume that there's only a runner on third base right here. You can see our starting position for both of our umpires right here. Let's assume this is a short hop to the mound or something like that. or all you need to worry about is the play at the plate. Notice how the field guy comes from the deep B position and he gets in to be able to give an extra look at plays at the plate. Remember, plays at the plate always are called by the plate umpire, and plays at the bases are always called by the field umpire. What the secondary umpire is doing is giving that extra angle should they need help. Remember, you do not give the help unless it's asked for and then accepted by the umpire. And even still, when you communicate with your official in that, if you would call it booth review kind of setting, the umpire that made the call has to be the one to remake the call. In other words, they're going to take what you said and take it into consideration. Because again, let's say you're out here making a call down here, there's going to be some problems with that. So all you're giving is your perspective to the official down here and being like, hey, this is what I saw. I hope you enjoyed these basic mechanics on how to rotate in two-man mechanics. Please remember that it's really difficult to describe every single scenario. So one of the most important things to do is always know where the ball is and always know where your runners are. If you know where those two things are, it's a lot easier in the moment to be able to decide where you need to go. Thank you guys so much for watching.